Maybe some movie stars didn't get enough attention from press and fans while they were alive. Their ghosts keep showing up, perhaps for one last performance. Hollywood is full of glamour, ambition, craziness, sordid tales, even talent. And while ghosts and other tales of the paranormal have always been great movie material, Tinseltown always has its own real-life ghost stories. Marilyn Monroe. The Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel on Hollywood Boulevard is said to be the current residence of several ghosts of popular film stars. Marilyn Monroe, the glamorous and funny star of such pictures as Some Like It Hot and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, was a frequent guest of the Roosevelts at the height of her popularity. And although she died in her Brentwood home, her image has been seen on several occasions in the full-length mirror that once hung in her poolside suite. Montgomery Clift. Another respected star who died before his time, Montgomery Clift, was a four-time Oscar-nominated actor who is best known for his roles in A Place in the Sun, From Here to Eternity, and Judgment of Nuremberg. His ghost has also been seen at the Roosevelt. According to some of the hotel staff, Clift's spirit haunts room number 928. Clift stayed in that suite in 1953, pacing back and forth, memorizing his lines from here to eternity. Loud, unexplained noises have been heard coming from the empty suite, and its phone is occasionally found mysteriously off the hook. Harry Houdini. Houdini is best known as a magician and escape artist, of course, but at the height of his fame, he is also drawn to Hollywood, where he made a handful of silent films from 1919 to 1923. With such titles as The Man from Beyond and Haldane of the Secret Service, which he also directed, the films were not regarded well enough to give him much of a Hollywood career. Houdini's interest in the cult was well known, and although he earned a reputation as a masterful debunker of seances, he earnestly sought contact with those who had passed on to the other side. Shortly before his death, Houdini made a pact with his wife Bess that if he could, he would return and make contact with her from the other side. Perhaps he truly has attempted to return. Some claim to have seen the ghost of the great Houdini walking around the home he owned on Laurel Canyon Boulevard in the Hollywood Hills. Clifton Webb. Clifton Webb was a popular star of the 1940s and 50s, earning 2 Oscar nominations for his roles in Laura and The Razor's Edge. He may be best known for his portrayal of Mr. Belvedere in a series of films. It's not too often that a ghost haunts the place in which the person is buried, but this seems to be the case for Webb. His ghost has been seen in the Abbey of the Psalms Hollywood Memorial Cemetery, where his body is interred. But it seems to be a restless spirit, as his ghost has also been encountered at his old home on Rexwood Drive in Beverly Hills. Thelma Todd. Thelma Todd was a hot young star in the 1930s. She is featured in a number of hit comedies with the likes of the Marx Brothers, Laurel and Hardy, and Buster Keaton. But that all ended in 1935 when Todd was found dead in her car, which was parked above the cafe she owned on the Pacific Coast Highway. Strangely, her death was ruled as an accidental suicide, but many suspected murder and a cover-up by powerful Hollywood figures. The building that once housed the cafe is now owned by Paulist Productions, and employees have reportedly witnessed the Scarlet's ghost descending the stairs. George Reeves. From 1953 to 1957, George Reeves was TV's Superman. Reeves had been around Hollywood for a while, playing bit parts in such films as Gone with the Wind and a dozen of B-movies, but it was the adventures of Superman on TV that brought him fame. Reeves died of a gunshot at his home in 1959. The official cause of death was suicide, but that conclusion has been hotly disputed, with some believing that Reeves was murdered. Whether it's suicide or murder, Reeves' ghost has been seen in his Beverly Hills home. A couple claims to have seen the ghost of Reeves, decked out in his Superman costume, materialize in the bedroom where he died, after which it slowly faded away. Others believe that Reeves succumbed to the Superman curse, in which those associated with the fictional figure over the years allegedly have met with disaster or death. More celebrity ghosts. Rudolph Valentino. This silent film heartthrob has been seen in the bedroom and stables of his old Hollywood home. Jean Harlow. The spirit of this blonde bombshell is said to haunt the bedroom of her home in North Palm Drive, where her husband allegedly used to beat her. Mary Pickford. This legend of the silent era, actress, writer and producer, was co-founder of the United Artists with her husband Douglas Fairbanks and Charlie Chaplin. Comic Buddy Rogers, who lived in the house Pickford once owned, saw her ghost appear in a white ruffled dress.